Dayton Kinnan and cameraman Hayden Milton, reporting live for BKTV. We interviewed Miss Eden and select students on the Family Consumer Science classes, or better known as FACS classes. Let's take a look at Foods 1 and Fabrics and Fashion.
Part of my career, the first 15 or so years at Farmington, I taught Spanish. So I went to Missouri State and was a Spanish major. Came to Farmington, taught here, like I said, 15 years. And then Dr. Lamons actually approached me one day and she said, "You really like cooking and you really like sewing. Have you ever thought of teaching it?" I said, "No, I've never had those classes. I don't know." And she said, "Well, consider it because all I have to do is take a test in those areas, and if I pass the test, then I can get certified to teach it because I already had my degree." So I did, and I took the test that summer, and I passed, and then she brought me in because there was an opening here in the FACS department the next year. So I applied for that, and she moved me into this department out of the foreign language department. Foods 1 is open to anyone that wants to learn more about cooking, but it's not just a cooking class. We talk about nutrition and healthy diets, healthy eating. We talk about how the kitchen works, how to organize your refrigerator, how to use a dishwasher, how to use the stove and the oven safely, how to use the microwave safely, how to use the knives. And so it's all just the beginning classes of how to use the different things in the kitchen. And then we make a few small dishes, learning to read a recipe, learning to measure, things like that. So we make a couple dishes throughout the semester. And then Fabric and Fashion, it's a sewing class. So Fabric and Fashion 1, you get the basics of how to use a hand sewing needle, the basics of fabric, how fashion works, those sort of things. And then how to use a sewing machine, because most of the students have never used a sewing machine. They don't even have one at home. But they learn the basics of those, and then if they move on and decide to take Fabric and Fashion 2, they get more detailed and more intricate projects, and they get a more of a choice of the types of projects that they make.
We interviewed select students to get their opinions on FACS classes.
I chose foods because I was really interested in learning how to cook and how to do it properly. It's been fun so far. Just started it this semester, but I enjoy it.
Really wanted the life skills of being able to sew, and also I love crafting and sewing, and Miss Eden's really cool. It doesn't even feel like a class most of the time because you just get to craft and sew.
Just like the hands-on aspect of it, you just get to craft and make things. Yes, I love Miss Eden so much. She's just such a wonderful lady.